It's gonna start.
Hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. And welcome.
Well, we don't have anyone to welcome yet. We'll
Yeah,
see.
but when people listen to this or watch it later, they'll get to see us saying a beautiful welcome before anyone really was on.
Instead
So the
of
people that are
just-
not here yet, I say welcome. Welcome to Through the Static. Welcome to Stephen the Medium and Coach Elix. Welcome to WARA, right? Is that good?
That's good. Well, Holly.
Hey.
Holly.
Cousin Holly's
Wow.
first. Holly is first.
And
Hey,
Jane.
Jane, how are you?
Oh, all of a sudden we jumped pretty quickly to 6.
Jane, I saw a picture on Facebook. I don't know if it was a profile update, but you looked so pretty. What a beautiful picture that is.
David doesn't
David.
fail.
Hey,
Right on
Carolyn.
time. Carolyn, hi.
We're back and ready to have a good time.
Barbara.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, look I have 2 contacts in. If anyone who was watching last week, I'm not cockeyed. I don't have to what? Who's this? I've got both in. And my sty is gone. It's all resolved,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
good.
Thank
right?
God.
Yeah. No, but hey, Roselle.
This
but
was
I have
like a crisis,
No, you're
people.
welcome, Jane. You really looked good. But now I have another issue. There's always issues, right?
What's the
so I have the
issue?
sty, and the sty is all resolved.
I know
Debbie
nothing.
Borelli. Where the hell's
Debbie,
Debbie,
where
man?
have you been?
I think Debbie's in love. I think that's what it is.
Oh, David, we're gonna talk about New York
Rachel.
in a moment.
Rachel, can I just quickly
Can you focus
I can't
on
for a
the
second.
story?
Rachel, those kids of yours, those pictures. First of all, Rachel is adorable. Rachel, you are so pretty. But those kids, just getting ready to leave for school, those pictures were incredible in your hubby. I just had to
Crooks
say
is
that.
here. Crooks is in the house.
Hey, Christine.
All right,
So listen.
story.
So last
So
week I
what's
had
your-
the sty,
what's
right?
your
I had the
crisis
sty in
today?
the eye, and it's all gone, right? Can you tell? Look.
Oh my
It's
God,
good.
you're ridiculous.
It's all gone, right? But now, the top part of me is good. The bottom part is not so good.
What?
And the bottom part,
What bottom part?
listen. And
Oh
listen,
my God,
Everyone,
yes, please,
keep your
people.
minds clean. I don't mean that bottom part. I mean my legs. So a couple of people probably know. I know cousin Holly knows because I told her this. But there was a little incident a couple of days ago, right? So I am we're on the deck, right?
Yes.
And sitting there, it was like a beautiful night, and I don't know, it was like 6 o'clock or so.
Around
and
6.
We're just sitting there, and all of a sudden, a little bird comes on the deck, a little tiny one, and he's drinking water from one of the planters, which is great and cool. But Elix says she looks like she's pregnant because she's very puffy. And then I looked at her, and I'm like, I don't know if that looks like puffy. It looks like something's wrong with her. Well, to make a long story short, there was something wrong with her. So she couldn't fly right. So she jumped off and she tried to get back up and she went down to the ground. So I was freaking out.
Sort of flying.
Yeah.
It's not like she just fell.
No, she
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 flew,
clearly
but-
something was going
yeah.
on, right? And if anybody who knows me knows that I get freaky when it comes to animals, so we run downstairs. I go in, get gloves because I'm going to grab her because I'm going to head over to Tufts Wildlife Center because clearly something's wrong with her. So we go downstairs. Elix goes downstairs. So then I have Elix run in and get a towel. What are you laughing at?
We'll finish the story.
Are you people making fun of me?
No. We'll get
That's
into
not
the.
nice.
Somebody made a comment that it's just hilarious, but finish.
So my stories or us?
No. Move on,
Probably
Betty.
right?
Finish the story.
So where was I? Okay, so
the
Elix
bird.
runs in and gets a towel, and he runs out with the towel, and I have.
By the way, he's hysterical in the
course.
meantime.
Yeah, and this little bird's like
Yeah.
little sparrow. So, but he can fly enough that I can't get him. So as soon as I get close to him, he flies. So then he flies sort of into the yard, and our yard is really big. And then finally I go to, I figured, well, let me just throw the towel on him and maybe I can get him that way. And so I get close enough and the son of a gun flies up and heads to the fence. It's like a 6-foot vinyl fence. And I'm screaming at him, don't go over. Well, he barely makes it, but he goes over to the neighbor's yard. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? So I go through the gate and...
He's now trespassing somebody's yard.
No, that was
property.
That was our yard. That was still our yard.
On the other side of the fence?
Yeah, because the fence is like 6 feet in to make sure we didn't have any issues. So,
Okay.
So it's still our yard, but this can be like a whole story for like a whole hour.
Can you
right?
finish, please?
Yeah, because it gets better. I swear it gets better. So now I have to go through the part of the back of the yard or the side of the yard that I have not touched or cut because of the milkweed, right? And all the monarch butterflies. For this year is the first year we have monarch butterflies. So the problem is it is so overgrown that the only way for me to get to the to the bird is I got to go through that. So I did go through it, and then I went through some bushes, and so I guess the end of the story is that my legs are completely covered in scratches. They were bleeding, and I never got the damn bird. The bird went in these bushes that I just couldn't get to. Like I was getting pricked. It was bad. It was like I had cut like on the back of my neck. Look. Can you see?
Based on this story, you would think that he needed to go to the urgent care clinic. He didn't.
Urgent care?
He had some scratches.
Look.
Oh my God.
Look, see? Can you see?
Yeah, scratches.
It's bad. I almost died.
So that's what I have to deal with.
So then I came back with no
24/7.
damn bird. And now, do you think I could go to sleep that night? Because all I kept thinking was, this poor bird can't fly. But the only thing that was sort of saving me, and I was thinking that because we've had experience with these birds too, that they hit the window or they hit something, and then for about 45 minutes they're disoriented and they fly like weird. And I'm hoping and praying that was the case. Either that, or if he was very, very hurt, that hopefully he just, he crossed quickly so that he didn't have to be scared. And but I never saw him again. But my legs are a mess. Right?
They're killing him. This is the language you use.
Yeah.
This is killing me.
Yes, and then I go into Elix is like,
Okay.
go into the shower in case it's poison ivy on your legs. So I go
Yeah.
into the shower, and then this fool thinks he's going to put alcohol over my legs.
Yeah.
They're open cuts.
Oh my God.
it
There's
would
scratches.
kill me.
There's nothing open. It's a scratch.
It would kill
Okay?
me. It would kill
Oh
me.
my God.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's go. This is comment here that it is the funniest thing.
I think I saw Cheryl Hall. Hey,
So,
Cheryl.
it's
Hey,
from-
Rosetta.
It's from Rachel Carly White. Breast milk is so good for a style. Rachel, how exactly do you think we're gonna get breast milk?
Unless you want to come over, Rachel.
If he ever sees a boob near his eye, he would just faint. That is just not doable.
I love Rachel.
All right.
Jessica, how are you? Jessica, it's been a long time. And Heidi, you're late.
Tom,
And-
cut your
Tom-
fingernails. Oh my God.
Mine are beautiful. Look.
No, he's just
talking about
probably
you?
hearing the end story about your scratches.
No, I
thinking that-
have really nice nails. Come on, Tom. But it's good to see you, Tom. So, Cheryl, exactly. Ouch. Oh my God, my legs. And then the next morning, of course, I had to take a shower again. Hey, Joanne. And, hey, Kim.
Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim. Belated
About
birthday.
time you show up.
And
So
then it
focus.
hurt. My legs hurt again in the morning. So Elix's
my
dad
God.
used to have this. Elix's dad.
It's
crossed
a
over, right?
homemade. Yes.
And
Are you
it's-
asking from my dad cross?
No, I'm telling them.
Oh.
Elix's dad crossed.
Okay.
But he used to make this homemade concoction, which is incredible. Like to
We
fix
call
anything.
it curalo todo.
Yeah. Curalo todo. Did I say that right?
Sort of, right? Which is it heals everything.
Yes.
And it's actually really good for anything.
Yeah, it is. But actually, it didn't really burn a lot, and it did really help. So
Of course it
I'm
does.
just hoping that there was no poison ivy that I went through, and that I don't have legs that are like a 90-year-old woman that has edema and her legs are like this fat. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
Like
God.
the calves and stuff. Now, you've seen women like that, right? There's no ankles. You know, like women that the ankles, their legs just go like that. There's no ankles at all. It's just like.
So now you think you're gonna look like that?
Well, if I get poison ivy and they swell up, then I'm not going to be able to wear
You're
any
not
more
gonna
shorts.
get poison ivy.
right?
If you don't have anything now, you're done.
So that's my excitement for the week, and that was way too much excitement. So
Way too much. So listen, we gotta go into the studio, but give us some hearts.
How
Share,
come I can't see that? What is that?
share. What?
CJ. Hey, CJ.
Share this live, host a watch party, whatever you got to do so that we can get more people.
And there's good things coming in the studio too. I'm not supposed to promote or say anything about it, but so I really won't. But there's some great technology coming in the studio, which is going to be phenomenal for people to watch the radio show. That's all I can tell you.
Although all your complaints about hearing,
exactly,
they will go
one
away.
place to be able to see us, to be able to hear the callers, and it should be in the next couple of weeks. That's what I have been told.
We gotta go.
Hey, Deb.
Oh my God!
Don't show my legs as we're walking because they're
a
mess.
I was gonna show your low end. All right, so we are going to go into the studio as always. This is the time that if you want a reading, the number is 508-222-1320. The phones will open very, very shortly, and we look forward to hearing from all of you. Hold on one second. Let's see. Say hi to our producer, Mark. Mark, you're on Facebook Live.
Hello.
There you are. And there's Steven and his legs.
No, don't show my legs.
Oh my God. All right.
had issues,
So here we are back again. We're now in the studio and we're ready.
We're ready.
Thank you. Pickles. Welcome. Okay.
We're ready.
If you have any questions, put them in here. Oh, thank you. Hold on.
Oh, we gotta tell you more about it, Mark. Did you see my
So
picture
give
with
me
Aunt
1
Philippi Ryan?
second. I need to.
I had a really great conversation with her.
I need to do that.
She is the sweetest woman
So
ever.
That's what I've heard.
Oh my God, the nicest down to earth. I could have talked to her for hours, Mark. Seriously.
She's somebody
are the phones open, Mark?
I got one line open.
Okay, so we are
She's trying to
open.
think of an angle to-
Can you? We're on Facebook Live, so make sure you know.
We're
All right.
also the show starting.
The show is starting.
Did you do this?
Yes. Mark, is my right? Okay.
Everybody good over there?
Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. You know, every week this is almost like school, that I was always barely on time for school. You know, when the bell would ring and I was always like either at the door or just running in. I was always late. And this is the
you
same
were
thing.
barely in school. There are stories.
Well, there are stories, yeah.
Yes.
But this reminds me because we're always doing Facebook Live, and then we got to come in here, and before you know it, it's starting, and Mark's giving me the signals, the show starting, and then I'm looking for the headphones, and so that I can say hi to everybody and say welcome to Through the Static. So this is Steven, the medium, and I am sitting here next to
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix is in the house, and of course our wonderful producer Mark. You know, I heard the end of Paul's show. Paul, who does the show Monday through Friday here, 9 to 12, and such a good guy. And I didn't get the accolades like your show did. I'm gonna have to talk to Paul about this because Paul said the greatest show I think on earth, you know, is the jukebox 3 to 5. Oh yeah, and then after is Through the Static. Oh yeah, and then after I'm like, really? Wow. So listen, I was telling people on Facebook Live that I've had a very interesting week. From last week, I know everybody's very concerned. My sty is healed in my eye. My sty is gone. Yay! Everything worked. The ointment worked. The compressed stuff worked. But now, that was the top half of me. The bottom half is a mess. I have another big issue. So,
Oh my God. We're
because
going to go into this story
no,
again.
in the essence of time, I won't give the whole details like on Facebook Live, but Mark doesn't know that in a nutshell, this week there was a little bird that was injured, could kind of fly, and I ran after it to save it, to bring it to Tufts Wildlife, and in the midst, I had to go through the jungle part of our area in our yard that hasn't been touched because of the milkweed and the monarchs, which we have this year for the first time, and then I went through bushes, and my legs are a mess.
Yeah, he almost died. The version of his story,
mess.
he almost died. We almost have to go to the ER because he's got a couple of scratches on his legs.
It wasn't a couple of scratches. You saw my legs,
Okay.
my arms too. Look right here. Look.
Yeah, I know. I
Look,
know.
Mark.
You died.
The battle scars of that little bird. And at the end of the day, he went into there's all these woods in the back of our yard. And even though it wasn't our yard, it was the neighbor's yard. So I'm crawling in the brush, but then I'm starting to get pricked. There's all these thorns. So I couldn't keep going. And then I couldn't even see him anymore. So I'm hoping he just hit something and he needed 30, 45 minutes to get, sort of back,
Get better.
Yeah, exactly. So he wouldn't be disoriented, and then he could fly and just be a little good boy and just have his life. Other than that, if I go anyplace else, then I'll never sleep again. Right?
Okay, so
I'll
can
keep
you
thinking.
talk about this amazing weekend that we just had?
Well,
I
just
mean,
wanted
that's
to
sort
share
of
my
important.
legs.
I mean, I know the scratches on your legs are like really
Yes.
critical issue,
Okay.
but I
Yes.
think New York and people would want to hear what happened
Yes.
in New York.
So Elix and I went Thursday, the day after the show, and we had the most fantastic time in New York. So some of the pictures I posted on Facebook, not all of them, but it was right from Thursday night. We were invited to this celebration of two friends, Jane and Rick, who really are just incredible people. I don't even know if we should say friends, because they're more than that to us, right? So Jane's business, Bedside Reading, had her 2nd-year anniversary, and she was having this party at James, New York in Soho on the rooftop, and it was incredible. And so they profiled 3 authors, because that's what Jane's business is that she provides books to these 5-star hotels. And they profiled 3 of the books. Now, you probably, if you're not on Facebook, you probably you wouldn't have seen the picture, but Hank Philippi Ryan was there from
Who's
Channel 7.
amazing, wonderful lady.
Investigative reporter. We got to just chat with her, and this woman is the most down-to-earth, wonderful woman.
Maybe we can get her as a guest.
I would love that. Would be so great, huh? If we
Let's-
could.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
absolutely.
could.
We probably could.
Yeah.
And so it was so nice to have somebody locally here from Mass that was at this celebration. And the great thing was I was the special guest. So after everything, I mean, the setup, Jane had this bed because to represent her business, and they took pictures of the 3 authors in the bed. It was incredible. I mean, Jane clearly is phenomenal with putting these things together, and it was everybody. The energy was great. Everybody loved it. And then we went downstairs after like a couple of hours, and that's where the special guest Stephen the Medium came in, and I did readings to people at the group, and Hank actually was one of them that I
Yeah.
read.
And this was a private event, and the people who were invited to come downstairs to meet you were selected by Jane.
Right.
Hand selected. So this was not open to everyone.
No.
It was really cool.
And 2 twins that were profiled as authors, Antoinette and Trisha Clark, last name, were the sweetest. I mean, first of all, they're adorable, but they were the sweetest. Upstairs, just talking with us. We took pictures, and then they came down, and I also read them too. So it was an incredible night. And then the next day, we did a photo shoot with Lucille, who is
Photographer for the stars, really.
I mean,
high-end
she's
models. It was amazing.
Yeah, she's incredible. That was wild to do that. And then we get to spend time with my nephew, Tristan Alexander. If you're listening, hello.
His
And
birthday. So can we say happy birthday
I was just about to
today?
say that. So today's his birthday. So happy birthday, Tristan. Love you. And we get to spend it also with his girlfriend Maria, who is just the most adorable thing. And we had a great time. This is the first time we get to see their apartment, right?
Yes.
Which was amazing. Overall, it was a wonderful, wonderful trip. And
And
now,
what's coming next week?
no scratches on my leg. I know that. I'm staying away from hedges and bushes.
I hope so.
Next week, Sunday, we leave for LA. And
That's
there's
right.
going to be a magical trip. There's stuff that's set up that I will get to talk about when we get back.
Yeah.
But right now, things are looking good.
Yeah, you have about 3 or 4 private events
Right.
happening, so it's
Yes.
pretty amazing.
Yes, in LA. And Elix and I have never been to LA, so that's pretty incredible. And So hopefully we will have some time just to see some, touristy sites, but I'm really excited about going. So we're going for a
Me
week.
too.
And so you won't have us next week. You won't have Mark next week because Mark's, not going to be here either. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. But you have us now, right?
That's right.
Which
That's
is
what matters the most.
Which exactly. So and everybody on Facebook Live.
And you're
hello.
alive, thank God.
I'm
because,
alive, even though I have-
You almost
Exactly.
you had a near-death experience with the scratches.
My
in your
legs could have swollen up so big that I could have been in just a lot of
You
trouble.
could have died.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right, so listen, 508-222-1320 is the number, and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I am going to start taking calls, okay?
Hey, okay. Thank you, David. David H.E. Oh, who's that? Karen. Gigi.
I did it.
Hey, Gigi.
Paula. Hi,
Karen.
Paula.
Hey,
Kyla.
Kyla.
I want to know.
Tilly.
Is
Where's Tilly?
Tilly listening? Hi,
She'll love
Flo.
it. She'll love it. Hey, Flo, how are you? Florida is in the house.
American history. On October
And
3rd,
Ben's,
2024,
Ben's, how are you?
will present a blundering general.
All
Ben,
right.
I think Ben's wins the award for being
This series will highlight the
furthest.
northern abolitionists,
Where's Ben's at?
I knew you were going to ask me.
South Africa?
No.
Ben's,
Ben's, tell us where you are.
Ben's, where are you from again?
Where are you?
Librarian Maggie Holmes
Hey, Christine.
at Sales Inc.
I know, Christine, we're going to miss you guys too. But we'll be back in 2 weeks. So, say hi to Uncle Steve.
I love it. I love it.
Tilly.
She's watching.
We're talking about Kyla's daughter, Tilly, who is the cutest thing ever.
And she loves me. She fell asleep on
She
my
did.
arms.
She did.
But babies tend to love me. That's why Steven loves me. He's a baby.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
You just say, thank you. That's all.
Angel. Puerto Rico's in the house.
Oh, that's right. Hey.
It's good to see you, Angel.
Rafael.
So, I hope everyone enjoyed my fiasco with my legs because it was bad. It was really bad.
Thank you, Christine. We are so excited for our
The
trip.
neighbor's cat with a huge smile on it.
Oh my God. Can you?
You'll know.
Can
This
you?
is the last day for Mark to produce
Yeah,
the show.
seriously.
He's going bye-bye.
Oh my God. Let's see. Who else is in the house? Hi. Talk.
There's two
Yeah.
calls.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start taking calls, but stay tuned. Maybe even in 2 weeks when we get back, maybe we'll have a big surprise in the studio. I can't really say much more than that, but it's going to be great. It's going to just, I think, resolve anyone's complaints about watching Facebook Live and not being able to hear the callers, because I get it, unless you switch over to WARA. So hopefully, maybe everything will be resolved, right?
And Auntie Donna's in the house. Say hello to Auntie
Hey,
Donna.
Auntie Donna, how are you?
We miss you. All right, are we
Coming back.
heading? Okay, so time to get back.
Coming
All
back.
right,
Coming back.
it's all you.
Coming back. Welcome back to Through the Static. Before I take the calls, I just remembered that on Facebook, I posted this beautiful picture of a staircase, and on Instagram also, which you can find me everywhere under Stephen the Medium. And I just put that once you go up these stairs, you can't come back down the stairs the same way, but there's other ways. And what I meant by that is that, the stairs represent when we cross over, so you're not going to be able to come back the same way, but you will come back in so many different ways of giving signs to your loved ones that we get all the time, right? Like with dreams and with coins and with birds. I mean, with feelings, it just goes on and on and on. And I love it. And our job, as I always say, is to figure out where the signs are, when the signs are, and what the signs are. And once you get them and you acknowledge that, oh my God, Ma, I know that was you, you get more. Acknowledging, it's almost like intention, like intention for anything when you do, you give.
It is an intention. The moment
Exactly.
you acknowledge something, you bring that intention into
And I love it.
space.
And it opens the door for you to be able to get more signs. I don't know how it works, but it just works that way. So that was the whole caption there. And so for all of us, it's kind of cool to think, like, going up the stairs, you're never coming back that same way, but there's ways to get back, and those are the signs. So let me start with the phones and see who is my first caller. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this? Hey, Lisa, how are you? I'm doing well. Lisa, I have to tell you that whoever the first caller was going to be, Mom was going to be first. To let you know that she's here. I just kept seeing mom figure, and but also making me feel like Mom's been gone for a while. And Dad steps forward I like your father because your father stands behind your. Was your mother short? Because your father is behind her, and I just looked at your mom and said, you look tiny. She's adorable, but she looked tiny. So she's just making sure you know that she's here. Lisa, did she like to cook? Oh, well, all I can tell you is the reason, well, your mom and dad are here. So all I can hear pots and pans coming out, which is always my symbol for someone who loved cooking. Either someone who cooked, like for a living, or someone who just really loved to cook. So it's just Dad, and letting you know that he just doesn't want you to think it's just Mom who's here. Lisa, is it, wait a minute, I don't know if this is, I think it's kind of both. So I think, is it you have sisters crossed and your mother has sisters, or your father? The sisters everywhere here. Who's the, I know you're Lisa, but who else is the L? Like Lynn or Lee? Who's the other L connected here? Who's Lorraine? Oh my God, Lisa. Wow, so know that Lorraine, your mother-in-law, is stepping forward. Your mother-in-law just said to me, she gave me the symbol, like with rubbing her hands, like, thank God. Not thank God that she left people here, that people that are sad, but thank God, it almost makes me feel, Lisa, like she had a sickness, like something that was, she battled with for a while. So just know that Lorraine just wants to let you know that she's very, very happy, and very, very happy where she is in spirit, and just at peace. So this is your mother-in-law. But is your husband dead? It crossed? So he's still here. Just know that she's giving a wonderful validation to make sure that he knows that she's here too. Lisa, was there a connection to Europe? Or is there German somewhere in this family? Oh, okay, there it is. So this would be your father-in-law, who's also crossed. Okay, just know that he showed me Germany, and he wanted to make sure he gave me something that you knew that he went to Germany, just to say I'm here too. So, and that he was here waiting for his wife. So just it's a great way to let you know that they're all around you and with you. So Lisa, thank you so much for the call. All right, lots of love, Lisa. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this? Hey, Debbie, how well, Debbie, hopefully Mark won't just cut you off like Lisa. Lisa's like, well, thank you, Steven. But I'm like, okay. Just kidding, Mark. I'm just kidding.
Oh, time's up.
Mark just said time's up. Debbie, so how are you? Good. What? Debbie, me too. It was close.
Debbie, please don't encourage this any further.
All right, so Debbie, Debbie, there's a lot going on here. Debbie, I'm telling them to slow down because there's so many stepping forward to let you know they're here. But so I can't get the name. Patty, Peter, who's Patrick? Who's the P connected to you, living or crossed? Yeah, living connected to you or connected to you who's crossed, even though it makes me feel like they're living. It feels like someone wants to validate. You don't have in your circle like a friends or family Peter? Oh, so that's got to be what it possibly is. And I know you may wonder like why would they be bringing? But Peter is still here. Okay. There's got to be a reason why they're bringing Peter up. And I knew they were referencing someone living. So, because I got Dad's side coming in, because I get a lot of people on the right side. Well, but then there's left. You've got a lot of people. So, is Dad still here or crossed, Debbie? Okay, so, know that Dad's stepping forward. Is Peter's mom connected to your family? Yeah. So Peter's mom is either your mom's or dad's sister? How does it work?
Peter's mom is my aunt Mary, who's connected to my mother. My mother is also crossed.
Is she your mom's sister or sister? Okay, got it. All right. So just know it's in a very weird way, Debbie. It's just all of them stepping forward to let you know that they're here. So, what are they saying? Who's down south, Debbie? Why am I getting pulled to like? Oh, there it is. So it's just a way that mom and dad. And you said mom is crossed also. So it's just a way that mom and dad are giving a validation. So I don't know if there's just two of you or who's got the two kids. Where's the two come in? So is it just the two of you? Okay, so I don't think so, Debbie. I feel like there's two kids. Is Peter one of two? Do you know? No, that's not it. I keep getting two. Your mother and father keep giving a validation for two kids. So just make sure. And it's not a date. It's not. Sometimes it could be like February because 2 represents February or the 2nd of a month. But it doesn't feel that way. It feels like there's. Are there 2 grandkids? What? Your mother screaming at me like Debbie knows. Two.
My mom had 2 grandkids. She has my daughter and my brother's son.
Oh, so it's 2 grandchildren. Oh, okay, so that's it. There's just 2 grandkids. Okay. So just know it's a lot of times moms and dads want to just validate their grandchildren, especially if they're not here and if they weren't here when they were born or if they were and clearly they're not here anymore. So they just want to give that as a validation. And is one of the kids A? Who's the A name? I don't know if this is Ann or Angela. Where does the Alisa? Where does the A come in your family, Debbie? It could, It also could be a middle name. It could be like Debbie Ann. It could be, but there's an A connection, even though it feels like it's being brought down to the next generation, like the kid, like your kids. No. So just keep it with you because if they're giving it to me, Debbie, it's a way that they want to give it as a validation. It feels like there's an wait a minute. Is there someone trying, or is there a baby on its way? Well. Yeah, I usually, but nothing with your kid, your siblings. All I can tell you is that I feel like I can feel there's a child, and when I feel that, Debbie, it's either someone who just had a baby or it's somebody who
is looking to get pregnant or is pregnant, and it is not your family, it is a girlfriend's family. It's like a girlfriend of yours. It's someone connected to you close that their daughter or somebody's having a baby. Either knows they're pregnant or is pregnant and doesn't know that they're pregnant. So just make sure. Who works in a hospital or worked in healthcare? Okay. So do you currently? Okay. Okay. So I love Debbie. Debbie, just keep in mind someone that, I don't know how long it's been since you've been away from the hospital or healthcare, but just keep in mind it's someone connected, like a friend of yours, maybe friends that you still have. What? Oh, so watch that and watch the A name. I don't know if it's the baby's name or they're going to think about an A name. Make sure you watch it because they're giving such a great validation. Someone from her side is coming through and just wants to let you know so that you can. Do you still talk to her?
Oh yeah.
So just make sure you let her know. Or it could be someone with the Ann name or AN name is coming through for her that's crossed and just validating that there's going to be a baby soon. So just make sure you keep that with you. So I'm up on a break, so I've got to finish this, Debbie. But listen, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
So one thing to remember.
I got comedians here.
Yeah, you. One thing to remember, everyone, that when he reads someone, you can always re-listen to the recording by going to the archives on YouTube or Steven's website, right?
Yes.
So, Debbie, if you're listening, make sure your friend listens to that call.
I put everything on my YouTube channel when it gets uploaded. So it takes a week or so. But when I get it from here, from the station, I put it in my YouTube channel, Steven the
Pretty
Medium. So
quickly.
you can find it there. Hey, Shannon and Joanne.
And by the way, if you have
Jojo.
hi Jojo,
Hey,
if you
Betty.
have not subscribed to Steven's YouTube, we need you to do that ASAP because he needs a minimum of 100 to be able.
Oh, no,
to
I passed
change.
that.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Oh, so you changed it?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
just got
okay,
there.
so
So
you still
but thank you
subscribe.
for everybody
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah, because the intention is to do more on YouTube because it's a really nice vehicle. So and YouTube's simple. YouTube you don't have to. Excuse me. You don't have to sign in or sign up. Or some people don't want to go on Facebook. Excuse me. So YouTube is easy because you just subscribe or you subscribe because then you'll get notifications when the new shows come on. The new shows here are uploaded or downloaded, as well as I put Facebook Live on there too. So you'll see Facebook Live, and then after that you'll see the show. So.
And I'm number 92.
How do
Oh,
you
you
know?
are. Thank you, Mark.
Oh,
It gives you a number?
yeah, it tells you what number.
Why? Thank
Oh.
you. Yeah, I wanted everything to be Steven the Medium, and YouTube, for whatever reason, would not let you create your own or customize your own name unless you had a minimum of 100 subscribers. So I couldn't do that until I just this week actually I found out that I got over 100.
By the way, did you hear our producer Mark says he's 92? He should have been 1.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know
Here's
you
that's
were
see, yeah,
That's a fail.
Mark doesn't care
That's
about me.
nothing to be proud about.
No, he
Mark.
doesn't care about me.
Yeah,
You know.
fail.
Didn't even call when my legs were like almost falling off this week.
Oh God, people!
Right?
This is
Mark's looking at me
is
like,
what
what?
reality
Whoop.
looks like. Okay,
We're
here we
back.
go
Come
again.
back to the next half hour of the jukebox. I'm going to find music. Oh, Lord.
Welcome back to Through the Static. If anyone is brand new listening to this show, where have you been? First of all, and secondly, we do Facebook Live prior to the show. So if you're on Facebook, just find me, Stephen the Medium, like the page, and you'll get a notification. And Facebook Live is a lot of fun. The people on Facebook Live are comedians. They really are. The people that we get to see every week, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. So just make sure you check out Facebook Live. So let me go to the next call. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hi, Christy. How are you? I'm good. So, Christy, let me. There's a couple of things I got to start with, Christy. So, first of all, I knew the next person I was going to talk to had angels everywhere around them. You're surrounded with angels, and so there's a couple of things when I see angels. So, number one, let me start with this. Does somebody sing that's connected to you? And I don't mean it doesn't have to be like professionally singing, but more than just singing in the shower. Does someone in the family or connected to you, or somebody who crossed sing like in a choir or some kind of singing?
No, not in the choir or anything, no.
Oh,
I actually sing a lot, but not anything professional or in the choir or anything like that.
wait, did you say you do?
I just always sing a lot, but it's not.
Well, you know what, Christy? I love the fact that you just said that. It's just a beginning way on this reading, just to let you know that your loved ones will always give me things that are so personal to you, or a characteristic, or connected to you, to let you know that it's really, it's really us. But I got to tell you, Christy, was there somebody who crossed recently? When I say recently to me is within the year. Usually no more than like 15 months away. No, is there anybody that you know connected? And it also could be, I don't mean to interrupt you, but it also could be an animal. Like if someone close to you or connected to you lost a cat or a dog. When I talk to you, I feel like there's been a recent crossing.
Yeah, it's within the year, yeah.
Okay, so is this just tell me, is it family or friend? Okay, so is this the woman? Okay, so just one who's coming through, but is mom crossed or here? Okay, so then it's going to be a mom figure, like a grandmother figure. So because there's a grandmother stepping forward. Is that the one who crossed? Okay, so wow, so Christy, know that it's your grandma that's stepping forward to let you know that she's here with you, and just how happy actually she is to be able to do this. Where do the boys come in? I mean, do you have brothers or you have sons? Where are the boys? Oh, wow. So it's just grandma just giving that as a reference. I could just feel the boys around. So she's just giving that as a validation. Chrissy, let me see where your grandma's going with this. Are you separated? Christy, wow. So just, why your grandmother brings that up, and even though there's also there's a dad, so a figure. So I don't know if this is grandpa or this is dad. Is dad still here? Your dad is crossed. Okay. Okay, so know that both of them, your grandmother and your dad, are here, and why they bring something that's, very sensitive and very emotional up is to let you know that we're here, we're watching, we're guiding, and just also, Christy, to say to you, you're going to be okay. You know what's something, Christy? You've got the most wonderful, beautiful heart, but your father just said to me, but my daughter gives sometimes too much. My daughter just gives with everything. She gives with her heart. She gives with her emotions. And on top of it, you're an empath, so you're really connected and you can pick up things. Like, you're very sensitive. So
in addition to, like we all have things going on with life, right? We have things that we have to deal with, like crappy stuff, and not such great stuff. But then when you add on top of it someone who is an empath and can pick up other people's crap, and it's the only word I can use, crap, because it really is crap. It's sort of like double for us. So does that make any sense? Oh, good.
I've had heartache, heartbreak before, actual work.
And
I mean, it's been a short relationship, but
King Christy, not a mistake that's why one of the first things your dad and grandma want to bring up, to let you know that they're here with you and for you. But I will tell you something, and I can't take away the heartbreak and the heartache, but on a positive side, the reason why this heartache is so difficult and one of the worst is because you're really finally coming into who Christy is. And part of that is what I talked about, being an empath, because your grandmother's, I can see a movie of you and where you came from and where you are now. And because you're evolving, and you may even feel like, I'm not, but I'm telling you, you are. You're evolving, and part of the sort of like the evolution for Christy is that you connect so easily to spirit, so that the sort of extra heartache that you're feeling is, of course, what happened with someone, even if it's short term. If you're in love, it's hard, right? But you also now have the additional picking up stuff. The great thing about that is that you can harness that to a positive, and everybody that comes to me always say to me, Stephen, how can I connect? How can I connect? How can I connect? And you have it sort of innately, like it's just part of who you are. And it's, as much as I know it may not sound like it's helping that I'm telling you this, it's going to be a big help, because it's not only going to connect you to your loved ones and getting to really feel signs, it's also going to give you the ability to the next person that comes to really be able to find the right one. Christy, your father just said to me, and you've had some great love, and I gotta be honest though, Christy, I don't feel like the one you just broke up with is it's done. I don't know what that means. I just don't feel it. I don't feel like it's complete, because I feel that there's a lot of feelings going towards you too. So it's nice. But your father just said, what my daughter needs is a finally. She needs one of those, meeting someone, and it's going to be finally, where have you been my whole life? I hope that makes sense.
I really thought that God put us together, and even though that there's been a lot of things that we've had to go through, the way that everything worked out,
I get it.
that we worked together. I really think that we're soulmates, or whatever, and that they love things, these things that, kind of in the way right now.
I get it. You know what, Christy? That I know that he loves you, because that's what I just said a couple of seconds ago. I can feel it. That's not a question here, but I will tell you something, that I didn't know who you were calling. I knew I had the next caller, and I saw angels. Like my producer Mark, Coach Helix is next to me. There were angels that completely surrounded this room, and they said it's for the next caller. So just make sure that we all have to process things the way we process them. So you need to do that. But I got to tell you, Christy, is as hard as it may feel right now, what's coming up, whether it's with him or somebody else, it is going to be fabulous because you're ready. And it's just, I think the reason why the angels are here, Christy, are they're saying, please, if there's one thing Christy should remember is that you're so close and don't stop now. You didn't come all this way and go through all this heartache to stop now. You've got to stay open, and whether it's him or whether it's somebody else coming very soon, Christy, just please hang on. This message was very different for you. It's not my normal reading that I do, and it's something that they know. I always tell people when they call in or see me that you really get what you need and not what you want. You need to hear this, and you need to hang on. You've got such an amazing spirit and soul and energy to give to somebody, but it's got to be the right one, because all that amazing that you've got to give, you've also have to give it. You've got to get it back, and it's got to be, and it's coming. These angels, listen, trust these angels, okay?
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether mom because he's kind of pushing me away, and I don't know if it's because he's
I got it.
I kind of wanted clarity on that. I feel like it's not over, whether it's right now or until later on.
I get it.
Kind of needed clarity on that.
I get it, Christy. You know what? I'll tell you something that I tell people all the time, that Spirit will never tell us to do this or don't do that. That's not their job. And if anyone tells you that, it's not correct. They guide us. They love us. They want us to be happy. That's what they want. So they may give us some nudges, but your father just said, tell my daughter this. And it's the best advice I can give you tonight, before you go to sleep, and you've got some time just by yourself. Just take a couple of deep breaths and just envision all these angels that are no longer in this office, this studio, because they're with you. Envision them all around you and just surrender to them. Put your trust in the angels. Put your trust in if God is the Almighty for you, to God. But these angels are there to help you, and surrender to the angels. And just once you do that, you'll get clarity for yourself. And always ask Dad and Grandma for signs, and to give you these little signs that, Dad or Mom, or Grandma, if, show me a coin, show me a bird, show me something, if I'm on the right path. That's the best advice I can give you, okay?
Okay, do you know why the angels are all around me? Because I've been having such a hard time, or is it because things happen? I do have you.
Oh, you do. There's no question, Christy, as soon as I got the phone with you, it's all of the above, but it's also because they're giving, I can hear them singing. That's why I asked you, do you sing? I can hear like faith and trust. You got to trust this process, and you're going to get there, and it's soon, but please just trust it. I'm up against a break, Christy, so take that info, make sure at some point, go to my YouTube channel, which is Stephen the Medium, and within a week or so, this will be up and you can re-listen to it, okay? Lots of love, Christy. Bye-bye, and we'll be right back.
Yikes,
That was,
a little deep.
and it just goes to show you that we're every one of us goes through this, right? We all do. We all go through that heartache, those breakups, and those, right, Alex, those times that you feel like you don't even want to go on. You want someone somehow to give you some kind of clarity. So hopefully, Christy, listen to what her dad was saying, and ironically, if you guys can hear the call, and I don't know if you can or not, but for her dad and her grandmother to immediately bring up the separation, and to know that she just separated and was engaged to this guy, it's pretty incredible, and just goes to show her and everybody else that listens to this that's what our loved ones do, right? They know exactly what's going on in our lives, and what they want to do is they want to give us these tidbits of information to keep us going, because there's times that every one of us gets into a place that sometimes you don't feel like you want to keep going, and we get through it. That's the great thing, right? Is that Spirit knows that they see the future, right? So they see what's on the other side, and even though we're going through this horrible place of heartache, they know on the other side, it's you need to get through this to get to this best, incredible place you've never been to, and that's what they want to give us, these little tidbits to say, I know it's so hard, I know it's so difficult, just hang on. So, all right. So that's my preaching for the day. Even though it's not really preaching, right? It's good. It's good advice. So, but someone like Christy and everybody else that calls, that's why I love doing this. Is to hopefully just make sure. My job is just to make sure that as long as you know there's more to this physical world, and that when we cross over, our loved ones are still with us, and that's all that matters. Because whether you know it or not, once you even feel 1% that mom or dad who's crossed are still with us, it makes us feel better, and it puts us in a better place. It sort of lifts us. It's like a muse. It just sort of lifts us. So, Coach Helix is so quiet.
I'm listening. I think what you're saying is so profound that there's nothing to add.
Thank you.
Work time. Even though this really is not work. I'm one fortunate person that this is not work at all. I love doing this. That's what it is. It takes a lot of love. That's why I have this theme song, and I will never change it, because that's what it's all about when Spirit comes through. And for Christy, I could just feel her heartache, and what a beautiful soul, Christy, if you're listening, you have. And I hope that you listen to what Spirit gave you. And I just said to Facebook Live that, the reason why they brought up the separation immediately was to let you know that they know what's going on, and they're with you in, just get through this. Because Spirit sees the future. They know where our lives are going and how much better they're going to get. And they just want to give us anything to just get us through this heartache and get us through this difficult time period. That's what it's all about. And it's almost like if we could just get a glimpse of what they could see, and we know there's I always use Wizard of Oz. You open the door and you go from black and white to color. You could just sort of be relieved and let go of the stress and know that you're going to get there. It's just, you got to get through this first. It's sort of learning. So, all right, so let me take the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Annette.
Who's this?
Annette.
Annette, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, and thank you for calling, Annette. So, Annette, every caller today has had so much spirit around them. Annette, what is this? Annette, I don't know where I'm going with this. So, because this symbol shows could be one of two things. Let me start with the first. Annette, is there a birthday or an anniversary really close?
Yes.
Okay, so there it is then. When I see this particular sign, I know that they want to validate a birthday or an anniversary, but is it a birthday? Happy birthday, Annette. So everyone in Spirit saying happy birthday. I sort of thought it was a birthday because I just saw balloons going up in the air. So it's a great way to let you know that everybody's watching. And Annette, wow, there's you got both sides, like maternal and paternal coming on both sides, and they're your spirits are crazy in a good way. They're like oh, Annette, I can hear them screaming, Annette. There's a cousin. Is there a cousin who crossed early or younger?
Yes.
Because I just heard I'm her cousin, and this. What was that? Yeah, oh my God, no wonder why it was like I could hear the I mean, I don't want to stereotype with the Vinny, like, how you doing? I could just hear, like, it's my cousin, and just screaming like this, and giving you a big hug, Annette. So I love him. But and I got to tell you something. Vinny is having a hell of a time in Spirit too. He's having a really good time. So, what I was going to say is that much like Christy, Annette, even though I'm not sure you understand, I mean, not that you don't understand this, but I'm not sure you get really how connected you are. Is this mom or grandmother? There's a mom figure stepping forward. So mom is crossed? Okay, so mom stepping forward. Your mother just said that I've never, in all the readings I've done, I've never had this. Your mother just said, Stephen, tell my daughter that the signs I give her, it's the same sign, and it's the chill. It's the chill in her body. Do you know, like, do you recognize that? Because she said that my daughter, it's not cold, and she'll just get like this chill, and she said, you've got to tell my daughter that it's when my energy and my soul are going right through her or right next to her. I love your mother because she's funny. She just said to me, sometimes I don't mean to do it. It's just that I love spending time with her, and I get too close, and I'm like, oh, Don, she just got the chill. It's me. I'm too close. So it's just mom. But it's more about the reason why she's bringing that up. It's a beautiful sign, Annette, but it's also a way to let. I just said to your mother, I'm not even finished saying what you just told me, and you're already saying something else. It's a beautiful way to let you know how connected you are. Where does the teacher come in? Oh, so Mama is just giving a great validation. You know what? There's Vinny, but there's another V. There's another V. Oh, I knew it. But stepdad is crossed or here? Oh, so know that he's also stepping forward to let you know that he's here too. There's a not surprising. Every one of us has a lot of loved ones with us, but when we are connected more than the average person, we also get a lot more energy and spirit. And a lot of times, spirit we don't even know. They just come because they know you can connect with them. So it's just a great way. Annette, I don't know if this is someone who crossed or here, but is someone having issues with legs or hips?
Yeah. Actually, I have.
So no, it's a way that why they're bringing that up is just to let you know that I can see your dad just with his hands with healing and just sending you a lot of healing. There's also horses. Do you know how, like, what? So when I get horses, it's one of two things in that. It's either someone who loved like gambling or scratch tickets or something. Who was that? I love you in that. No, oh, that's me. So you like because it's usually scratch tickets or casinos or Keno. It's just in.
And it is like all of the above.
Well, you know what, Annette, why they bring that up and why they give that validation is it's not just about that. It's about to say that when you're doing it, they're with you. You've got like a favorite number or numbers too.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing
So just know, I don't know where the 12 comes in. So just keep 1, 2 with you. Sometimes that may not be a connection to the favorite number. That could be 12. No, it's a sports. Is there someone like isn't Tom Brady 12?
Yeah.
312.
12, right? I don't know why they're bringing it up because I just said, what is the 12? And they show me a jersey. So I don't know if it's someone who is very connected, loves the Patriots or loves football or somebody else that had 12. Sometimes the numbers are like also December, like as a birthday or an anniversary because, 12 is December or the 12th of a month. So or January 2nd or February 1st because they'll vice versa the number. So just make sure you keep the 1, 2 connection. But wait a minute, Annette. There's not like a fanatic Patriots person connected to you, or is this not a Brady? There's not a name Brady. Why?
There is a break. I do have a break. Yeah.
What do you mean? But how is he connected to you? Oh, how is he connected to you? Oh my God. So no, and Brady's turning 2?
Oh my God, okay. I know exactly the other. He got a green shirt on.
Who's Casey? But who is Casey?
Casey and green.
Oh my God! So it's both. It's double. So Casey, who's Brady's uncle, was wearing a Brady's
That's
12
what-
shirt. Oh my! No wonder I saw the jersey. Wow.
That's Casey's thing. But they have secrets. Well, they feel like that.
Oh my God! And what a wonderful way to let them know Uncle Casey's here, and just giving a big shout out to Brady and the whole family, Annette. So, and not surprising that you were able to connect with someone a little bit further away because you're so darn connected, Annette. So it's a wonderful thing. And I, unfortunately, the show's ending. I'm up for time. So thank you so much for calling, Annette. Lots of love. Alrighty, bye-bye. So I'm sorry. I wish I could get to everybody, but the show is over. Stephen the Medium, check me out on my webpage. What am I saying? My website, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. We got Coach Elix here, website.
Yes, at Coach Elex on Instagram or Performance Coaching by Elex.
So we will be not here next week. We're heading to California for a lot of magical stuff that's going to be happening that I will tell everybody when we get back. And
But stay tuned because we're gonna post a lot of pictures,
especially on Facebook Live,
Yeah.
we'll be doing. So if you're not on Facebook or you haven't followed me, like Stephen the Medium, so you get to see all these notifications. And we'll also do Instagram. But I'm easy to find, so it's just Stephen the Medium. I'm really easy to find because Elix found me in 1993, right?
That's
Going
right.
on 27 years, right?
That's right.
So I am definitely going to miss everyone next week because I love doing the show. But we'll see you in 2 weeks. But check out Facebook Live, and everybody have a great week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.